The subject, testicle waxing. Have you ever tried waxing your testicles? I viewed your informative videos on shaving them. Informative, we'll go with that. Since waxing lasts longer and can make the hairs thinner, wondering if it's safe and effective option. Are there home waxing kits to do this, since going to the waxing center is a bit uncomfortable? Also, for shaving, do you always use the Venus 3? On the testicles, or do you sometimes use your Norelco facial trimmer? Stop! Do not, under any circumstances, use your Norelco facial hair trimming tool to trim your testicles, or you are going to be a bloody mess. We've covered this. Those blades are not designed for the sensitive, irregular, bumpy, soft, stretchy, crazy skin that is the scrotum. Right? You start in, I'm talking like your first stroke, you're going to bite, it's going to bind, you're going to be a bleeding hot mess in seconds. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can talk about testicle waxing. So to answer your first question, no, I've never waxed my testicles. Is it an option? Yeah. Is it something that a lot of men do? Apparently so. It's called a Brazilian, but as I like to think of it, because if you're a dude going to get it, should be called a brozillion. So first, let's talk about the popular Brazilian. A lot of women do it, especially in summertime because of the bikini area. They don't want it to look like Chewbacca, right? Neither do we want theirs to look like Chewbacca. Anyway, that's beside the point. What they do, they go into a waxing center. You go, you lay down, you spread your cheeks, they come in, zip, 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 hot wax, pull it out. Whoa, your butthole is squeaky clean and hair free. They also then will make you sort of lay there, grab a leg, they basically rip all the hair out and leave you with a, not me, leave them, you know, as clean or as smooth as they want to be. Or if they want to leave a little like racing strip, they do that as well. Alright, for the brozillion, it's very similar, except instead of a vagina, you have a penis and testicles. Now, how does it work? It basically works the same way. They're going to remove the hair through the technique known as hot waxing. They slather it on, they get a little fabric strip, they let it cool, wham, they hit it. They do it again. Wham, they hit it. Now, I will tell you that I have had my nose hairs waxed. If you missed that video where it was a total fail because she tried playing, it was a disaster, that video is listed and linked in the description. Now, I will tell you this, that getting your nose hair waxed is incredibly painful. Let's do a little test, right? For this video, in preparation, I did a little test. I pulled a nose hair out. It hurts like crazy. Then I plucked one from my testicles. It was more painful from my nose. But does this mean that your testicles aren't sensitive? No. But they're not as sensitive as you might imagine. It is an option. A lot of guys actually do go in to have their junk waxed. It does last longer. One of the potential downsides to waxing, which I found out in my nostrils, was ingrown hairs. You're more prone to having those hairs basically hook and not be able to break the surface. And so an ingrown hair in your nose is crazy painful. You also, I've heard, can get them on your testicles. And I'm not a doctor, but I would imagine that's probably pretty painful as well. Now, truth be told, I've been shaving my testicles since I've had pubic hair, essentially, and I can't remember ever getting an ingrown hair on them. Has it happened? Possibly, but you know, when I'm in the shower, I make sure that I, with a loofah, scrub, and that helps to make sure that the hair can actually break the surface and it doesn't get hung up and ingrown. I would imagine that you should probably do the same thing if you're going to go and have a wax. But from what I've heard, what I've read, waxing, you feel crazy clean. It's like a freedom that you're not used to having. You've got to be okay with some person getting all, and when I say all, I mean all up in your business with a little stick and wax and getting all close. If you're concerned about somebody else doing that, then I would probably avoid it. If you don't care and you just want smooth testicles and you want to wax them and you're a man enough to give it a shot, email me and let me know how it goes.